People love faking things, whether online or in real life. We lie about various things like cars, money, and relationships just to make ourselves look better than others. But nothing even comes close to the extreme fakery that we are going to discuss today. This innocent looking lady here faked her entire esports career, from cheating online to cheating in an international level tournament. This is the story of Tokyogurl, a major scar on the reputation of women in esports. I'm sure you've heard of League of Legends. It's a very popular MOBA game that is especially famous for its esports. Arena of Valor is a similar game, but for mobile. It launched at a time when League of Legends was not on mobile and everybody wanted a mobile version of this MOBA. So it's no surprise that it became very popular, especially in Southeast Asia, because mobile gaming was just at the height at that time. Arena of Valor launched in Thailand in 2016. It is Thailand's most popular mobile game and it has approximately 41 million players. It earns a lot of money obviously, and you can guess its popularity by the fact that it has been officially recognized by the Thai government as a professional sport. The professional leagues of Arena of Valor rival traditional sports in viewership. So Arena of Valor is as popular as basketball or soccer in other countries. Now, since it's this popular, it's no surprise that Thai teams are really serious about esports of this game and they often win international titles. Among a lot of people who play this game, there's this girl. Her name is Nafat Warison. She's 24 years old and her in-game identity is Tokyogurl. She's recognized throughout Thailand's esport community as one of the nation's most elite female players. She specializes in critical marksman, which is a very crucial role for any team to win a match. Now, to become an esports player, you have to do a lot of things. Usually, what a person does is they participate in various competitions. They get recognized by the esports organizations and then they are sponsored and then they reach a level where they can compete professionally. But that wasn't the case for Tokyogurl. She built her reputation through social media live streams and TikTok videos. She showed a really high level of gameplay and everyone was really impressed by how well she played. She was so popular in the Arena of Valor scene that Thailand Esports Federation (TESF) selected her for the national women's team. Now, this selection occurred without any formal tryouts and mainly because of her popularity, and everybody thought she was really good at what she does. So there was no conventional ladder to it, like competing in a competition where they have to prove their skill and then they get to the team. No, well, that's not how it worked in this case, which was already a bit of a red flag. Tokyogurl was affiliated with Talon Esports. It is a very prominent esports organization in Thailand. During her training, the coach described her as appearing to be the strongest player on the roster. But there was a problem. She mostly played with the team online and rarely came into the in-person training sessions. Now, at that time, nobody thought much of that. They only thought she was maybe shy or awkward, but this was going to prove to be a very big blunder from their side. When she was selected, Thailand intended to win gold in the major international tournament that was going to come up. Before the scandal, Tokyogurl maintained a very prominent online presence across TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram. She was very active, but she never shared hand cam or screen footage when playing the game. She only showed her face. Again, people just thought that it's just a personal preference. Now, in December 2025, we're sitting at the 33rd Southeast Asian Games, which is equivalent to Olympics. There are various Asian countries participating in this competition: Thailand, Vietnam, Laos, Indonesia, Malaysia, Myanmar, etc. It is a very major tournament, so there's a lot of international coverage. There's live broadcasts to international audience, YouTube, official SEA Games broadcast. There's international coverage. Every country's channels are covering this. Now, this competition was being held across multiple venues in Bangkok, in Thailand. On December 14, 2025, the tournament starts. 9 countries compete in a round-robin format. Thailand's women's team plays preliminary matches against Laos and Timor-Leste. They win both of the match, and Tokyogurl's performance was a bit underwhelming. But everyone thought that this is a big stage and she's probably nervous and stressed. But the next day, on December 15, in the upper bracket final, Thailand has a match against Vietnam. During the match, Tokyogurl is behaving weirdly. Her fingers do not match the movement on the screen. She is manipulating her phone constantly, and along with this weird behavior, there's also some obscene gestures. She shows a middle finger, and then she is substituted out. Thailand loses 0-3 to Vietnam. Now, internet is a very scary place. They notice every single detail. People are accusing her of cheating, and the method is said to be remote desktop. So basically, somebody else is controlling her device. But when somebody is controlling a device remotely, there's a decent amount of lag. And at an international level competition where every millisecond is important, that seemed unlikely. But still, nobody knows what's going on. Obviously, this all reaches the ears of the officials. They start inspecting the device. They questioned her and she avoids eye contact. She's refusing initial device inspection, and Discord is found on the phone. Still, nobody's sure how she's actually cheating. Her teammate posts a message on Facebook saying, "Today, I want to focus on the match and my duties first. I'll respond to everyone's question later. Everything happened so fast. I've read all the comments, both good and bad. I'll speak out soon. Thank you everyone for your support. I'll do my best." Everybody is curious what's going on. Why is this happening? And in the evening, the Thailand National Olympic Committee releases a statement. It reads as follows. The Thai athlete Vorison Nafat committed an offense under item 9.4.3 of the esports technical handbook by using unauthorized third-party software or hardware modification during game 1 of the match. After further investigation, conclusive evidence was found which led to the imposition of a personal penalty resulting in her expulsion from the entirety of esports competition at 33rd SEA Games. The decision is final. Now you might be wondering, how did she actually cheat? So every player was given credential for the account they were going to use to play in the competition. She shared those credentials with someone, and then that someone logged into their device and started playing. And they shared this screen on Discord, which Tokyogurl then opened on her device in full screen. Basically, her device had a live broadcast of what the other person was playing. Think about it for a moment. At an international level tournament, this type of simple cheating got through. Now, Talon Esports also releases a statement the next day. It says Talon agrees with the findings and rulings of technical delegate in the women's team, and basically we are terminating the athlete's status under its sponsorship effective December 16, 2025. Now, this is roughly translated from Thai, but they're basically terminating Tokyogurl completely. Garena, the company behind Arena of Valor, also imposes a lifetime ban on Tokyogurl from all the future Arena of Valor competitions. So basically, she can never compete in an Arena of Valor competition again. Even though obviously it had a lot of negative effect on Tokyogurl's career, but there was a bigger issue here, the collateral damage. On the same day, the entire Thai women's team withdraws from the competition. TESF president releases a statement. Cheating and still losing, it is truly shameful. As the host country, we could not allow the tournament to continue under such circumstances. At the time of this withdrawal, even though they were not competing for gold medal since they lost to Vietnam, but they were still competing for either bronze or silver, which would have been an honor. But they had to withdraw empty-handed. The reason was simple. Since they were the host country, there was the entire nation's prestige on this, as well as even if they ended up winning, the other teammate would inevitably face cheating accusations even though they didn't do anything. So it was the best decision to leave the tournament. But if you think about it, the other 3 players who were competing didn't do anything wrong. They prepared for this moment for a long time. There was years of hard work behind this competition. They competed, they spent countless nights trying to play and become better at their game. But just because of someone else's actions, they had to pay the price. Now, obviously, the team agreed with the decision because they also knew that there's nothing they can do about it. A veteran player, FZK, stated Tokyogurl's actions to destroy the nightly efforts towards recognition. Another thing that most people forget about is the spot that she was holding on could be an actual legitimate player. Just because she was popular, she was able to get to this spot. Now, Tokyogurl also released a statement on social media which says, "I'm answering randomly. If I cheated, I would have won. Seriously, how could I cheat? I was playing myself, but I was so nervous and panicked," and blah blah blah. In this statement, she denies any cheating allegations. She also said that she fainted and then she was hospitalized, but nobody actually knows. And about the middle finger gesture, she said, I was joking with my friend Mo. But again, that didn't really help because at an international level tournament, doing such an obscene thing was not acceptable. But yeah, the main problem was cheating and she was denying it, obviously. After this statement, she deleted all her social media accounts. There were a lot of unanswered questions. First of all, who was this god of a player who was playing in her stead? How much did she cheat? Did she ever play this game or not? Was this hospitalization claim even true or just an excuse to get out of trouble? And biggest of all, how did this go unnoticed for this long? All of these questions were important, but on January 2nd, 2026, there was a TikTok confession. Cheerio, Tokyogurl's boyfriend, admitted that he was the one playing the match. Now, Cheerio was a semi-professional Arena of Valor player in Thailand. What was surprising to people that he was a very respected figure. He didn't have any previous scandals, any controversies, nothing at all. He was a very well-respected and he was recognized for his competitive strength. He was very strong at the game and he was quite popular. It was no surprise when this confession came. People were shocked. Why did he do this? Did he only do this because Tokyogurl was his girlfriend? Well, that remains unanswered for now. As of now, TESF has announced that they will pursue legal action to the fullest extent against Tokyogurl as well as Cheerio. Both of them have been banned from Arena of Valor competitions under Garena. Now, usually cheating in gaming doesn't warrant for any prison time or anything. There's only some gaming restrictions imposed, like lifetime ban from tournaments. But in this case, there is a possibility of 3 years of prison for fraud. As of now, everything's being investigated properly. They are looking at the IP evidence. But if you think about it, the only reason this scandal came to the public eye was because it was at such a huge level. If Tokyogurl never participated in this international level tournament and only continued in the smaller tournaments where there are not many people watching, then how long could have this gone on for? In the span of 2 weeks, her entire career came down. From December 14, when the tournament started, and January 2nd, when Cheerio admitted. Now, this scandal represents more than just a single player's misconduct. There's bigger questions about this. First of all, was it really okay to take in Tokyogurl for a national level tournament without any assessment just because she was popular? It's like taking PewDiePie to CSGO competition just because he has 100 million subscribers and he would be able to get more eyes on the tournament. Clearly, that was a bad decision. Also, how come nobody ever questioned that she was not playing in person and she was only playing online? It is more of a privileged behavior. Just because she was popular, she was able to get away with all of this. If in her stead there was somebody else who was less popular, and there should have been somebody else, they wouldn't have been able to do this at all. So it's not just Tokyogurl's fault, it is also the fault of Talon, TESF, who let her join the international team without any assessment. And also, how come there were no regulations? Like, how is it that simple to cheat at an international level tournament using Discord? It's really funny to me. Now, of course, all of these things will hopefully be addressed in the future after the scandal, but it has become a really big scar on the reputation of women in esports, especially since women are generally perceived as being weaker at games like these. But they have worked so hard to solidify their position in esports tournament, and now there's a small crack in that position. We don't know how this will turn out or what repercussions Tokyogurl will face, but instead of faking all of this, wouldn't it have been better for Tokyogurl to just play the game? Even if it took her longer to become good at game, she wouldn't have to risk it all. Even if she was bad at the game, if she stayed honest with it, things could have turned out differently. It also gives us a lesson that no matter how foolproof your plan is, fake something, eventually you'll be caught, and then the consequences will be dire. This was my first video. Thanks for watching. If you're watching till now, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Like, share, subscribe.